On the United Airlines main website, they state their vision is, "We are driving to become recognized as an airline where customers value our inclusive approach to delivering flyer-friendly service." Unfortunately though, customers do not always feel they are receiving this kind of service.
I will never fly United again.
Or the number of passengers bumped this year may be the highest since 2001.
Schatz says he was bumped from his United flight.
And that's what made me mad, because I paid for that seat and somebody else is sitting in it.
Airline bumping, a term used for when a passenger is holding a confirmed ticket for a flight and the airline doesn't let them on board. This could be for a number of reasons, but for many of the times it's because airlines sell more tickets than necessary, otherwise known as overbooking.
Without a doubt, overbooking is United Airlines' #1 complaint. It's an issue that every airline has to deal with, and it's something that United has struggled with in recent years. A very common complaint that United has been informed of comes from families that have been forced to separate, whether on different flights or just different areas of the plane. Families with small children seem to argue that it's unfair to separate young boys and girls from their parents, especially after they have already arranged to sit as a family. Many complaints involve being asked at the gate to pay a larger fee to keep the family together, and that has upset many of United's customers.
It started in December of 2011. 1.18 consumers per 1,000 were involuntarily bumped from a flight. This means that 0.12% of every consumer will be bumped involuntarily from a flight. In 2012, United had 22,500 volunteers leave a plane, while 1,603 were forced. Both these numbers have increased since 2011. In 2013, United Airlines was ranked second in bumping the most passengers. The amount of passengers bumped were 9,015.
If there's even one empty seat on the plane, the airline has missed on an opportunity to make a sale. Historically, a small portion of passengers realize closer to their travel date that they will be unable to make their flight, and if an airline doesn't overbook, then these passengers who will not be taking the flight anymore will leave behind empty seats that the airline will not be able to fill up on the spot. Travelers want to know that when they get to the airport, their airline will take care of them. If we can prevent United customers from having to deal with the anxiety of wondering if they'll even be able to take the flight that they paid and booked, we could drastically improve their customer experience.
In order to decrease the number of guests that are bumped involuntarily from their flights, United will send out a simple flight confirmation email 24 hours before the guest's scheduled flight. The email will be simple, stating, "This email is to confirm that you will be traveling with us tomorrow. Are you still planning on traveling on United Airlines Flight UA1431 from Boston to Los Angeles tomorrow, departing at 6 a.m., with the options, yes, I will be making my flight, no, I would like to reschedule, or click here to volunteer to travel on a different flight and receive 500 bonus points." Sending out a simple form will provide United with the answers they need in order to avoid bumping guests. For all those that respond yes, I will be making my flight, the computer will record their seats as full. Those that replied no, I would like to reschedule will be directed to a page with a condensed flight schedule between their two original destinations for the same day. Guests will be able to move flights free of charge. This will ensure that United is still filling up seats and not losing any revenue due to late cancellations. There will be a third option stating, click here to volunteer to travel on a different flight and receive 500 bonus points. This represents guests voluntarily bumping flights. Getting a head start on filling up empty seats or shifting guests between flights will not only increase customer satisfaction by saving them from hassle at the airport, but it will guarantee that United can maximize the number of guests on each flight because of the advance notice. For those that do not respond to the email, United will recognize them as choosing the option, yes, I will be making my flight, resulting in conservative planning and more happy guests. If 12 hours before the flight it still appears that a flight will be overbooked and some guests have not responded to the email, United will simply resend the email to those guests. This email is a clear and concise way for guests to communicate their intentions with their travel plans with United Airlines staff, allowing them ample time to make the necessary adjustments to make sure that they are accommodating the most guests in the best manner. Additionally, the email is careful to make sure that guests stay with United. It does not give the option to cancel outright, and by offering incentives, it creates a growth opportunity for their rewards program and their loyal customer base to grow. This low-cost solution to one of the biggest problems United is facing is a great starting point to improve recognition of their brand and increase positive guest experiences.
Although we believe in this idea, we will first need to iron out some problems. We will need to make sure that IT will be able to properly implement the system and that it won't go causing any extra hassle for the consumer. And we will also need to work out some numbers with the financing department. We need to make sure that we can reasonably offer the 500 incentive bonus points for volunteering to reschedule your flight without it cutting into profits too much. If we can work out these small limitations, we will be able to make our customers a lot happier and a lot more proud to be traveling with United.